Bake it, fry it, boil it in water? If you're trying to get restaurant-quality bacon at home, you're going to have to think outside the box.
I love bacon, but I never actually say it. Bacon just knows.
Have you ever grabbed a few bacon strips early in the morning at a hotel buffet and been impressed by how the chefs had made them taste so darned good? Not only are they cooked evenly and browned nicely, but they promise just the right balance of crispiness without disintegrating into bits when you bite into them. And aside from that, you might have wondered if they have wall-to-wall frying pans sizzling away to produce such a high turnover of hot slices. If you think there might be a pro chef hack happening here, you'd be right. There's a fantastic technique that many restaurant cooks use that makes hot, crispy bacon strips fast. Chefs often pre-cook bacon briefly in oil to lock in moisture, refrigerate until needed, then quickly fry it for a flat, non-curling result. They can make it super crispy or keep it slightly tender, and may refrigerate it with paper towels to remove excess fat before final cooking. Trained chefs have the culinary know-how to choose the right cuts of bacon for certain dishes. This is undoubtedly one reason bacon tastes better at a restaurant. At home, you might use the same pack of bacon whether you're making a sandwich or the ultimate bacon-wrapped chicken bomb. Streaky bacon with a high fat content is added to breakfast plates as it turns wonderfully crispy.
A delight to the senses, isn't it, my friend?
However, Brits often fry back bacon, which is leaner and comes from the loin. Canadian bacon is similar to this, although the flavor and texture are far more ham-like. A rasher of bacon in the UK includes the loin and belly meat, so it's lean and meaty tasting bacon and deliciously crispy in the same slice. Uncut smoky bacon comes from the belly, and this makes it fatty when it's cooked. Italian bacon, or pancetta, is smoked so that you can eat it raw, which gives it a soft, oily texture and smoky flavor. If you're used to buying classic American bacon strips, you might want to explore different cuts of meat so that you can enjoy bacon as you do at a restaurant.
Just give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
You can no doubt come up with a few ways restaurant chefs cook bacon. These undoubtedly include slapping a few slices on a hot grill with some steaks. You may have seen busy diners laying slices down next to hash browns and eggs on a griddle. Good chefs can achieve bacon slices that have a nice crispiness to them without being dried out or burnt. One way some of these culinary pros do this is by cooking bacon in water. It's not as strange as it first sounds. Give it a shot by placing bacon in a skillet with water. Bring it to a boil, then simmer. As the water evaporates, the bacon stays tender without getting too crispy. Lower the heat as it sizzles in the remaining water. You'll have juicy bacon with a nice crunch. This method ensures that the bacon doesn't break up or turn into the texture of shoe leather. It's a busy morning, and you're trying to juggle making a cooked breakfast with all the upcoming demands of the day. You throw a few slices onto a griddle or into a skillet, and as they hit the hot oil, they immediately shrink as they start to cook. If the oil is too hot, you might see a white scum-like substance forming in the pan as the water is forced out of the meat. Another issue is that bacon can curl up, making it challenging to cook it evenly. If you've ever bitten into a slice that's burnt to a crisp on one part and somewhat limp and rubbery at the same time, then you'll know how unappetizing this can be.
That's Makin. Are you trying to poison me?
The trick that chefs understand is that you need to keep bacon flat. But how? One way is to use a grill press. Pressing down on bacon slices means they get a nice, even color and cook evenly. Made of cast iron traditionally, a press also ensures that no heat is lost. It's not just about taste. Depending on whether slices are served with a full breakfast or part of another dish, the flatness looks more appetizing and restaurant-like. If you had to name a few bacon dishes off the bat, would a maple glazed donut with crunchy bacon bits come to mind? Possibly not. Bacon is such a loved ingredient by chefs and diners alike that it's being added to dishes in truly creative ways. And it's not just meals either. Bacon has made its way onto cocktail and drink menus. Look out for mixologists adding candied bacon as a garnish, such as a whiskey sour with bacon, or serving up bacon-infused bourbon on the rocks. Interesting bacon dishes that restaurants have made include cooked bacon dipped in melted chocolate that's then hardened and served cold. There's even been a gold-dusted bacon served atop a Wagyu burger with truffle cheese served up in Vegas. Where else? There's no doubt that bacon jam has become an increasingly popular condiment paired with all types of delicious dishes, such as burgers. Bacon tastes better at a restaurant quite often because it's served in classic dishes that everyone knows and loves. Bacon is given a mighty flavor boost when paired with ingredients that make the taste really stand out.
I'm going to have a cheeseburger with bacon. Extra bacon.
A great example is a BLT, which you probably know is a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. Bacon is the star of this brunch winner, but that's because the crispiness of the lettuce, the juiciness of the sliced tomato, and the creamy mayo complement the meal. You might have also tried a BLAT when eating out, which is a BLT with avocado added. While different eateries serve club sandwiches in various ways, bacon is the gold standard ingredient. Whatever deli meats or types of cheese are added, there's no missing out on the bacon. There's just something so satisfying about a bacon and chicken club for lunch. One of the attractions of eating out at a good restaurant is eating quality ingredients prepared by a skilled chef. This can certainly be the case if cooks source specific types of bacon. If you've ever eaten at a low-end diner and been served what tastes like watery, rubbery bacon with white bits stuck to the meat, it could be that the product is not that great. Chefs may choose to cook dishes using uncured bacon, for example, as it's not made using additives such as nitrates and sodium phosphates. Sugar can be added to bacon during the curing process too. Other significant differences include whether bacon is free of hormones, which links to animal welfare issues. Sustainability is a guiding culinary force for plenty of restaurants and head chefs and may be noted in the description of a dish too. Knowing where produce comes from has been an increasing trend among diners who want to know exactly what they are eating and whether meat contains antibiotics, additives, and preservatives. While you can buy organic bacon for cooking at home, restaurants can seek out certain producers and serve up bacon that's often healthier. Just knowing that bacon is being sourced responsibly can make a restaurant dish taste even better. After all, food is about feeling good too. One of the quickest ways to cook food is to plunge it in hot oil. With lots of bacon to prep for hungry appetites in the morning, some restaurants cook their bacon this way by deep frying it. This method can make bacon instantly tougher but not crumbly, giving it a chewier texture, which some people love. What's definitely a thing for sure is bacon deep fried in batter, or chicken fried bacon as it's called. It first appeared on a menu in Texas as an appetizer at Sodalak's Original Country Inn in the 90s, having been created by the eponymous owner, Frank Sodalak. Crunchy batter transforms any dish, and there are plenty of tips on creating a crispier coating. A great way to bubble up the outside so that it's super snackable is to use a beer batter. The bubbles in the ale react with the oil, making the coating light and airy. Imagine dipping crispy bacon strips in some meaty or creamy gravy or enjoying them with sriracha mayo. The crispy slices look great stacked up on a plate too, and grabbing a strip and dipping it means this is an ideal dish to share. The secret about why bacon tastes better at a restaurant often is not just whether the bacon is cured or uncured, smoked or unsmoked, but also the thickness of the slice. At home, the bacon you buy at the store is often medium cut. In an inch, you might get 16 slices. Chefs might opt for thinner slices with 32 pieces per inch. The thinness of the meat means it cooks up quickly and crisps up more easily. Dense bacon can take time to cook through, and then there's always the chance it may burn in the process. But it's good to use for pasta dishes or sandwiches with bacon when looking for a meatier flavor rather than crispiness. For certain recipes like these, a chef may use a thicker slice, with 8 slices per inch. Bacon is spectacularly delicious, but what's great about chefs is that they can turn a crispy, salty slice into a sweet, spicy delight. The best way to turn these meaty slices into snacks that go beyond bacon is with a glaze. Restaurant chain First Watch is renowned for its $1 million bacon. The recipe isn't so complex, but the taste of the glazed bacon is terrific. The dish is made with hardwood smoked slices baked in the oven with maple syrup, black pepper, cayenne, and brown sugar. As the sweet ingredients caramelize, the salty bacon crisps up, and the spices elevate the taste. There's so much scope for different glazes, added ingredients, and garnishes. Fresh herbs and sesame seeds on bacon with a dark, sweet and salty glaze can give the slices an Asian flavor. Thicker bacon is more suited to glazing, so the flavors balance and cook evenly. Cooking the bacon in the oven on a rack allows the heat to get underneath the meat too, so there's no need to flip halfway through. Bacon that's basted every few minutes as it cooks can be turned into deliciously chewy candied bacon with a simple maple syrup glaze made with brown sugar, black pepper, and rice vinegar.
I want bacon!
Most restaurants don't make their own in-house bacon, but those that do no doubt promote the fact. Homemade bacon on a menu is definitely a reason why a dish will taste better. Bacon can be smoked once or double smoked using a variety of wood chips from maple to applewood, mesquite, hickory, and cherry. A dry or wet cure can be used, and how these are applied and how long the meat is smoked for is a fine culinary art. Other ingredients also go in the process, with different types of salt, sugar, and spices. Each producer creates a unique flavor, and the color of the bacon often differs too. There are also different cuts used, depending on what dish is being created. Skilled chefs can learn the techniques to smoke bacon using high-quality equipment and sourcing pork that will produce the best bacon. Pro cooks understand how herbs and spices complement produce, which means they can add a little heat and herby notes to their bacon too. Maple syrup can also be added to the mix to make the slices a little sweet. Restaurant chefs who put passion into their culinary efforts at every stage create bacon dishes that wow diners.